Jiggy Jaguar at JiggyJaguar.com.
Okay. I gotta shut that off. And I gotta get this rolling. So, we've got our next guest gonna come up here in just a few moments. I gotta call them on the old Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney. And because Peter Man is sitting up here, we have to go off of that monitor, which is fine. We can do that. Peter Man, the Peter Man. Whoa, what is he doing? I gotta move all this now. I wouldn't have it any other way, my friends. I wouldn't have it any other way. So, let's do this. Let's dial our people. We need to dial them up. We need to dial them. We need to holla, 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 holla at them. Because you have to do a conference call. We have to dial one, then we have to get Jaybird, then we have to dial the other. It's a conference call on Skype with phones. I love this stuff.
Hello?
And I believe, John, can you hear me, my friend? Is this John?
Hold on. Yep.
James, how are you, James?
Hey, how are you, my friend? I got to call. I've got to call Steve.
Good to hear your voice.
So just give me a few seconds. I got to call Steve and bring him into the conversation here.
You got it.
And we'll see if that works. And oh, okay. Apparently we have to do this. Apparently we have to call. We have to call one, then we have to call the other, and we have to conference Jay in. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're going.
That's what he'll know. I don't know.
Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to have to conference in my co-host, and I'm going to have to call, since we're doing Skype here, I have to call my co-host, then I have to call Steve. So this is going to be a nightmare. So just give me a few seconds here. We are live here on our world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast. We are coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio. Also, AMFM247.com. And we are going to be chatting with two great guests here in just a few moments. We've just got to get all the technical issues aside and get everything worked out. So we are going to try to get a hold of John's partner here, Steve, and bring him into the conversation. And hopefully we will be able to do that with the technology that we have here, because I often have said on so many occasions, I wish we would just go back to the typewriter. And we are going to see if we can bring in both of these gentlemen. And let's see. I don't know. John and Steve, can you guys both hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Let me get everything, of course, pulled up here so we can get everything rolling. And Jaybird Wells joins us back here on our big program as well. And so, gentlemen, tell us a little bit about your musical background.
You want to go first, Steve?
Yeah. Well, I've been singing and playing since I was about 7, 8 years old. You know, and started competing vocally around when I was about 15, I guess. And then I started putting my first country project again together. I guess when I was about 20, and then I guess about 3 years ago, Johnny and I got together and started writing music and putting the duo together, and the rest is history.
And on my side, I started about 78, at a very tender age, and
78.
Came up through. What's that?
You said 7 or 8 or 78?
Oh, 78, 1978.
1978. No.
Can't hide now, ladies and gentlemen.
He didn't start singing at the age of 78. He started.
I tried, but my voice came out.
He started He started putting the music together in 1978. Go ahead. It is the magic of the Sunday show. Jay is just, who she is. So go ahead.
Sunday rhymes with fun day, right?
Yes.
That's fine, all right.
So, hey, you're listening to KJAG Radio, the driving force is local and unsigned music in central Kansas and beyond.
Thank you.
See, I can read too. Right? Hey, so it was a lot of cover bands, and long about 2013, I decided, I definitely need to start doing original material. So I released 2 albums prior to my new project. 2013 followed up in 2015. And then I started writing a blues album now. It's kind of hard to find players for blues music, where I'm located at least. So I always liked country music, and it's real popular. I know people are going to see the shows. So I was working in a cover band. There's a friend of mine named Irv, real nice guy, guitar player. And the two of us had both a metal band and a classic rock band.
Nice.
But we were only playing cover, and I really wanted to do originals. And I had started, like I said, 2 albums under my belt. I was on my 3rd album. And the metal band had some issues. The drummer left to go with an Aussie tribute band. It was all good, and we were all happy for him and all that. So at this point, I wanted to get some more work. So I had a friend, Jimmy. And Jimmy was an oldies guy. He played in an oldies band and Motown, stuff like that. And I worked with Jimmy. I did some pickup work with him. And then I mentioned that I really like country music, and I hadn't played it in a lot of years, a long, long time ago. And next thing I know, he's calling me back and saying, hey, I got this guy, Steve. He's a singer. You should check him out. So it was kind of like, okay, let's go check out Steve. So we actually got a duo together. And we started doing that, and that's when I asked Steve. I said, hey, I've been writing music a long time now, and I really want to do an album of country material, but I need a guy that can style country, a guy with a country voice. And he was all up for it, and that's how we got started, actually.
Awesome. Now, where can we find you guys on social media, websites, all these things? How do we, as Jay likes to do each and every Sunday to every single one of our guests, how do we stalk you?
Absolutely. We appreciate that. Steve, tell them about the...
It's okay,
Go ahead,
boys.
Steve.
You can find us on Amazon, Apple Music. You find our music, YouTube, CD Baby. You could buy our tracks on CD Baby as well.
Tell them what our Facebook page is.
Our Facebook, we're under Cool Summer Breeze. So if you look up Cool Summer Breeze on Facebook, you'll be able to find our Facebook page, and anytime we release any new material, our links to our new material will be on there as well.
And then Reverb Nation, if you go Johnny Searfoss, Searfoss, it'll be a /JS Blues, because like I said, I have another project that I do with the blues. We're on there, and we're working on a website. We're pretty much, the way it works with the role with the band is, I pretty much, I kind of write everything. I play about, half a dozen whatevers, guitar, bass, all that stuff. I sit and I write, and this has been the process for a long time, and I'm waiting to find people to work with. Well, now that I got Steve on board, hopefully we're going to start writing together. But like I'll write stuff together, and then I'll find musicians to come in and fill in the blank. Now, Steve and I have a cover band called Gunslinger, and it's country, newer, older, all kinds of good mix of different kinds of country. And we're hoping that they're going to be our actual backup band that plays when we do a live show. That's kind of what we're hoping for.
Awesome. We have got 2 great guests with us today. John and Steve join us here on our big broadcast. So you guys, where do you get your inspiration from?
Well, for me,
my
as a...
inspira-
Go ahead, Steve.
Sorry. Yeah. My first with my inspiration, I grew up listening to the Steve Wariner, great guitar player, singer. Inspired me to start playing guitar, get better at finger picking guitar, and then as far as performing, though, I'll always watch Garth Brooks and Toby Keith. Those are my two idols performing. I kind of study their showmanship, study how they interact with an audience. So when I get out there and play live now, it's like, I kind of use those skills or those inspirations from both of those fields there, both of those artists, to kind of, I guess sculpt my playing and my performing. You see me in a show now, I kind of blend all those things together that I've learned, and it kind of keeps me inspired to play.
And like I said, I listen to everything. I've been playing a long time. My favorite band in the whole world is Steely Dan. There's no doubt about that. But when it comes to country, I'm kind of eclectic. I like the real old school stuff like Hank Garland, Chet Atkins, Albert Lee, Roy Clark. I like the new guys. There's some amazing guitar players. And for me, that's where the action is right now. Some of the hottest players in the world are no longer, your shred guys or whoever you want to say. There are people like Johnny Hyland, Brent Mason, Brad Paisley, Keith Urban, and Steve Wariner. Steve mentioned him. He's a tremendous musician. And then I like the really old stuff Grandpa listened to, like Ernest Tubb and Jim Reeves, Marty Robbins, Conway Twitty. I mean, that stuff is fun. So when I write, I kind of go with the mood. That's what music's about. It's about emotion, having an idea in your head and getting it out there and bouncing off some friends and just see what happens.
Awesome.
Sounds like when you come to Kansas, I need to break out my jaw harp.
There you go. That would be awesome.
You guys are the very first guests in probably the 2 or 3 years we've been doing this show with Jay, where she has made reference to a jaw harp, and you guys actually understood what the heck she was saying. That's congratulations, because I can't tell you how many artists we've had on this show where she's like, I'll do my jaw harp. And they're like, okay.
If it's not a jaw harp, if it's not a jaw harp, it's probably...
harp.
I love it.
That's not a
I might have to play the bones.
Oh!
If you then I might have to play the bones.
That'd be awesome. So who's going to play the spoons?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I got a feeling Steve could handle the boomba. I think he could do a boomba pretty good.
A boomba.
Yeah, I'm a good knee slapper too.
My
awesome.
God, we literally have found the perfect guest for Jay Birdwells. They know they speak her language. Holy shit. we have finally found, because we've been interviewing rappers and porn stars and rock guys, and
clue.
they ain't got a clue about a jaw harp. They don't know anything about. You guys are like simpatico. You guys are right there together with Jay. That's fantastic.
Hold on. Hey, I got to tell you something about my jaw harp. I told somebody
What's
how
that?
to jaw harp, and they hooked me up with this case, like this professional-looking case, and it's got a jaw harp with every different key. So it's like
No.
So I got this case that has all the different sounds.
She's getting serious. Next thing she'll have that bandolero like thing, they wore in the old Mexican war movies, with the bullets on it. Only she's gonna have jaw harps on. Can you imagine? She'll look like the guy from Blues Traveler,
Oh my God.
No, my fans would probably want me to dress up in Catwoman or something stupid like that.
Nah.
Bluegrass and leather. That goes great.
That's an interesting combination, you know.
Blue glass
I've seen
and leather. Shall ya?
I've seen a few shows, so it might work. You never know.
That's awesome. So we have got two great guests with us today. They join us live here in our broadcast. So what's been the reception to your music online? What do people think of your guys' music?
Well, let me tell you.
I've seen a lot of positive. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, well, about 2 years ago, when we released our song "Me and You," we had it was actually played overseas in Europe, and believe it or not, we, as a group, as an artist, as a duo, we charted in the top 200. I think number 146 2 years ago when "Me and You" came out as a single, and that did really well for us.
Yeah, I think it's kind of different. I mean, I guess every band tries to use that as fodder to say, hey, we're really different. You should check us out. But I really do think it is kind of different, maybe because of the diversity of our background. It sounds a little bit different, I think. I mean, everybody's entitled to an opinion. They're going to listen to it, and they'll make up their mind whether it's fresh or not. But I think it's definitely from the heart. And so far, I've seen a lot of good responses from people. And people are asking for, people are asking for cool things, like different styles and different things within country. For instance, Steve came to me and said, hey, can you put together a ballad for me? And I said, oh, man, I'd love to do a ballad. I haven't done one yet for country music.
Awesome.
Why not?
Yeah, so
why not?
We came together. When we came together and we did a song, "I'm Over You." I came to Johnny about a year or two ago, and I said, John, I just met my fiance Mary. I said, I need a ballad done, and I also just went through this divorce too, and I said I need a ballad done, something that really I can put my heart and soul into, and really like get my feelings out in music. And so John and I sat down in the studio one day, and I gave him some ideas. He gave me some ideas, and he comes down. I put it together. I got this great ballad, and man, I tell you, I haven't found a better written song. It's like the heart just flows when I sing it,
But I said to him, all right, so I have the emotion that I'm rolling with, but I said, I don't want to write about your personal life 100% unless you want me to. I said, so let me get some details from you. And I sat down and I kind of, rolled it over my head with some people I know what they went through in their lives. And through that, I was able to kind of come up with the song.
Awesome.
That was actually the very first thing I did on my jaw harp was the blues.
You a blues player too? Nice.
Not very much, but I did it when I was first learning how to play the jaw harp.
Nice. I have two of them here. I don't recall what keys they are. It's a long story, but I bought them for a gift for an old trio of mine, and the two guys that are in there are estranged, and they're still not talking real solid. And I got them talking again, but I think the days of the three of us going out to dinner are kind of over because those two are at each other all the time. It's crazy. But so I actually have the two harps that I bought for those guys because I'm like, these guys aren't going to get together. And that's how I started playing on it because I knew they wouldn't want them and it would just be a bad scene. So I kind of kept them. So they're sitting here in the studio.
Nice.
So
it's a lost art. Not everyone can do it,
So it does take some skill. I'll have to say. I have seen
You've seen me play it.
Yes, I've seen you play it, and holy smokes, I can barely tie my shoes. She's over here doing this jaw harp gimmick. So so
I can make it sound like there's a water dripping, a faucet dripping.
Did that actually come through? I can't tell.
Yes,
yes, it did.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not doing that.
I was wondering where they brought their own sound effects today. They're the very first Sunday show guest who brought their own sound effects to the program.
We're our own Foley people.
That's right. That's right. I was gonna make that reference, but I did that one time when there was a rapper or somebody we had in here, and I made a comment about you have a successful future as a Foley artist, and they didn't have a clue what the hell I was saying. So
Yeah, I know that label. Yeah, Foley label. What up? I got that.
that's right. That's right. That's awesome.
It's a brand new world. But seriously, I love to get Steve Rippin on stage. So
Nice.
Oh my
he was
God.
we were out doing New York Minute, and he does it real well, the Billy Joel song. And he's up there doing his thing, and, he mentions the New York Times, the Daily Mail. Well, he sings that line, and what comes over his shoulder but the New York Times wrapped up with a rubber band.
That's awesome.
And then there's me holding the other newspaper on stage, and I hid this stuff so he couldn't see where it was, because when we're on stage, we got to set up, and we use props. We have like palm trees and tikis around us and stuff like that.
Oh, I want to hang out with you guys.
So yeah, absolutely, you got to
party, man.
Come up and doing, doing, doing. So he's up there, gets to the big part of the song, and what he didn't know is I went to the Halloween store online, and I got Lady Liberty. I got her crown, and I got her torch. And as he's singing the final the chorus in the song, I put it on my head, and I start waving the torch, and he turns over to look at me, and that was all it took. Yeah, I got him good.
Well, we're rehearsing in the studio, and we're rehearsing for the show, and I'm doing New York State of Mind, and John's a big prop guy. He does these awesome props, and they're lifelike. Okay, so he had this prop built, and it looked like a New York subway station with the light, the rail, everything, the signs and everything. Right? And I'm sitting there, and it's in the studio, and I'm sitting there singing the song, practicing and all that, and he just right behind me flicks this light on this New York subway rail station prop, and I stopped singing at that point. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even get the straight face anymore.
I drop them every time.
And that was the first time. That was like one of the first times we got together in the studio and started rehearsing. And that's why I knew this is not. It can't be a serious show. I cannot be serious on stage. I have to anticipate the props and the jokes behind me. You know.
Who wants to be serious? That's not fun.
Yeah,
Who wants to be serious? That's
but maybe I should be more serious, because then I wouldn't land myself in jail on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of the things that we've been discussing today, gentlemen, is the fact that Jay has she's got like 25 Facebook accounts, and they're all in Facebook jail. So she's kind of angry and has let pretty much everybody and their brother know about it today. But as we wrap up here,
Those Facebook people, they have no sense of humor.
No, they don't seem to have any sense of humor. Well, as we wrap up here with you guys, once again, how do we find you guys on social media, websites, all these things?
Okay, so Steve's the keeper of the addresses.
Yeah.
Facebook, Steve, go for it.
Yeah, Facebook. You can find us at Cool Summer Breeze. You type in the name Cool Summer Breeze in your Facebook search engine there, and you'll find our web page. Also, you can check out Johnny's page at Johnny Searfoss, and also my artist page. JohnnySearfoss.com, and also you can check out my artist page on Facebook. Just look up; it's under Steve Morris, and you better find me there. And anything that I'm involved in, the Cool Summer Breeze project, Gunslinger, whatever it may be, any new music we got coming out, also is on my page as well.
Fantastic.
Hey, boys, out of all the years I've been doing this with Jiggy, I'm going to tell you this. Since I can't stalk you on Facebook, can you stalk me on Facebook and add me?
Jesus.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you making time for us today, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate it. You guys take care.
Appreciate it. Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for listening, Cavs, this week.
We are going to do this. We are going to go to Margaritaville. And when we come back, we've got more on the other side.
Living on sponge cake, watching the sun bathe. All of those tourists covered with oil, strutting my six string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasted away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. I don't know the reason I stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo.
Okay. We are going to